And when you learn how you are designed to exchange energy with the world, it totally changes how you manifest. Why manifesting isn't working for you. Here are 5 reasons why manifesting isn't working for you. And when you tweak these things, you can shift your reality. These are 5 things that I look at every time something I'm manifesting isn't coming into my life. Once I adjust that, the universe acts differently. What is manifesting? Manifesting is creating something that we desired, bringing it into our physical reality. Or another way I like to look at it is when you quantum jump to the universe where the thing you desire already exists. So manifesting is bringing something that we desire into the physical reality. We are spiritual beings. We are able to create things with our thoughts, words, actions, and namely vibration. If you're anything like me, you learned about manifestation from The Secret, which was really great because it taught us that we are powerful beings. It taught us about the law of attraction, that like attracts like, that you're a magnet, that when you raise your frequency, beautiful things come into your life. But there are other layers to manifestation. A lot of people, including myself, after learning about The Secret, it was very exciting, but then we became really frustrated because we were raising our vibration, or we were happier, we were more aware of our thoughts, we were focused on what we wanted, but things just weren't coming into our reality. So is manifestation real or isn't it? It is real, but there are 5 things that might be getting in your way. And the 5th one is probably one you haven't thought about before. Number 1, you have subconscious thoughts or beliefs that are keeping you from manifesting your desired reality. You have things that are in your subconscious mind that are not making it possible for you to manifest what you want. And this can be happening for different reasons. This is because our subconscious mind is responsible for creating 95% of our reality. And reality is a belief. Our ego is always trying to keep us safe. When we are trying to expand out of our comfort zone, but we have a belief, a subconscious thought, a memory, something traumatic that happened to us, there's a part of us that believes it is not safe for us to manifest that specific thing. For example, if your parents split up, you might have beliefs that love is not safe. If you saw people fighting over money when you were a kid, or maybe your parents were always fighting about money, you might believe that money causes people to fight. If you were bullied as a kid, you might believe that having friends is not safe. There are things that happen to us between the ages of 0 to 7 that get lodged in our subconscious mind, and they end up replaying the same patterns over and over throughout our lives until we change them. Most people are not even aware of this. I was not even aware of this until late into my 20s. And I was always wondering why I would be in one relationship and get out of it and attract the same sort of energy in the next relationship. Or I had these patterns in friendships where friends that I'd had when I was 7 years old acted the same as friends that I had in my 20s, and I couldn't figure out why. I was recreating what I believed to be true about reality, because our subconscious is responsible for creating 95% of our reality. So we are co-creating our own reality, but we're creating what we believe to be true and what we believe is normal and what is familiar and what is safe. So oftentimes you will keep the things you desire from you in your experience if you do not believe it is safe for you to have them. This is why when you're manifesting love, it's really important to look at your relationships with your parents. For example, if you are abandoned by your father, you are probably going to continually attract people that are emotionally or physically unavailable. If you had a really amazing relationship with your parents, with your father, if they were extremely in love, love might not be something that's hard for you. You might always manifest great relationships, or you might be in your soulmate relationship without even trying. If you grew up where people were always fighting about money, you might believe that money is not safe. So even if you continually create, attract, make more money, you might find yourself constantly spending it. You might get a raise or win money or be gifted money and find out that your bank account stays exactly the same because you have a subconscious belief that it's not safe. You might be trying to manifest your dream career, but if you have a belief that successful people are mean or people that are successful are lonely, that it's lonely at the top, you will sabotage yourself or not even be aware of the opportunities around you for you to become successful. Subconscious thoughts and beliefs are creating our reality. The good news is you can shift these. One of my favorite ways to change my beliefs is using the technique EFT. It's the tapping thing where people tap on their faces. You can use EFT, you can use hypnosis, you can use journaling, meditation, anything that's going to bring up the subconscious belief that you have and clearing it out of your energetic space, out of your energetic mind, and out of your energetic body. A good way to see what your limiting beliefs and patterns are two ways. One, whenever you're triggered by something, make a note of it. Start to keep track of your triggers and notice what is familiar about all of them. Your triggers are always trying to tell you what is not healed within yourself. Number two, look at your life. Look at the area you're trying to manifest in and ask yourself, in order for me to be living this life, what must I be believing about reality to be having this experience? Because reality is just a belief. And then use one of the clearing methods I mentioned in order to clear your subconscious beliefs out of your mind. Also, once you become aware of these subconscious beliefs, they do become looser in your mind and it is easier for you to shift them. Number two is related to number one. Your manifestations might not be coming in because you don't believe it's possible. When I made one of the biggest quantum leaps in my life 2 years ago, quantum leapt in love, in home, in finances, in just my whole, just so much of an up level. It was a literal quantum leap to a new reality. What I noticed, the thing that shifted me the most was I was having dreams about this other reality. And I believed so much that this reality existed, I was able to manifest quantum leap to that new reality. There was some part of my soul was sending myself messages, like literally showing me how my life is now. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. But when I was connecting with that and clearing the beliefs about why I didn't believe it was possible and connecting with the energy of that version of my life, I quantum leapt. When everything in my reality was like saying that this wasn't possible. It was like on all levels, it was the opposite. I was going through a really hard time in my life and my life was basically like the opposite of what it is now in these areas. But the thing that I held on to was I finally believed it was possible. Because I was having these dreams, a higher version of myself was like communicating with me. I was like, oh, this is possible. I held on to that belief so much and I quantum leapt in like 2 months. It was absolutely incredible. So in order to believe that your desires are possible, that it's easy for you to manifest what you want in your life, it's a good idea to make a list of all the things you have manifested in your life. Oftentimes we forget what we've already manifested because they're familiar to us. And we do manifest what is familiar to us. So maybe you have a really great job now, or maybe you're with your soulmate, or you live in your dream home, have a great group of friends. And there was a time when you didn't have that. Make note of all the beautiful things that you've manifested. Even being on the spiritual path is a manifestation. There's a version of your soul that was calling you to this video and calling you to know the truth about who you really are. So let your mind know that you already know how to manifest and that what you want is possible for you. And you can also use techniques like EFT to tap in beliefs that you believe that this reality is possible for you. Number three, you're not yet the person you need to be to manifest that. And the universe is doing you a favor. There's this idea of divine timing. And I don't like to think of it as timing as like a psychic can look and say, oh, you're going to manifest your dream reality in 5 years. No, divine timing is about you becoming in vibrational frequency and alignment with that manifestation to the point where you can hold it. For example, I said I manifested great relationship. The person I was a couple years ago would not be able to hold on to this relationship because I didn't have enough self-love for myself. So thank God it didn't manifest sooner. When you are manifesting one of the big things in your life, career, money, love, the universe wants to give it to you. The fact that you desire it is literally a gift from the universe because our desires are a gift from God saying this belongs to you. This already exists on another parallel timeline, but you need to be the person in order to get it. And that might be you shifting your vibration. That might be you believing different things about yourself. That might be you taking aligned action as that person that lives in that reality. The universe is preparing you for Everything is preparing you for what you've asked for. When triggers come up, they're coming up to show you where you're not yet healed so you can heal them, so you can get in more aligned frequency with your desired manifestation, your desired reality. And the universe is asking you to up-level yourself as a person. Maybe you need to learn new skills. Maybe you need to learn self-love. Maybe you need to set boundaries. There are things that are coming up in your life that you need to pass through in order to be the person that can manifest that desire, that can be on that frequency to live in that reality. Number 4 ties into that. You're not taking aligned action. Okay, so here's the thing about action. Aligned action is what we want to take. We want to take action as the person, as the version of us that has already manifested that reality. It's not just going out, because energy is really what's creating your life. Your frequency is really your currency, is the way I like to think about it. Like, your energetic frequency can bring things into your life without you even doing anything. Things can come to you because of the person that you're being, but you have to be that person. If you're wanting to manifest a new relationship in your life, aligned action might be setting boundaries with toxic dating situations. It might be cutting off your ex. It might be ending a relationship with someone that seems great on paper but isn't what your soul is calling you for. There is aligned action. It might be asking you to go to new places where you might meet that amazing person. It might be asking you to up-level your wardrobe so that you can feel really good about going out on a date, or you can feel really good about being seen, and potentially your partner will see you, but you won't have like closed off your energy of don't look at me. Aligned action might be you're wanting a new career and maybe you're not yet that version of yourself that can have that. It might be sucking at something that you try first. It might be like really trying things and being bad until you become good at it, and then you're the person that can hold that. If it's about calling in more money, the aligned action might be doing limiting belief work to change your mind about money. It might be learning about money. It might be treating money differently. Money is just a frequency. And number 5, this one changed my life so much, is learning about your human design and learning how you exchange energy with the world. So, human design is like astrology, but it's different. Without even getting too deep into your chart, there's 5 energy types. And when you learn how you are designed to exchange energy with the world, it totally changes how you manifest. For example, you can get your chart at myhumandesign.com, or just Google free human design chart, put in your birthday, time, where you're from, where you were born, and you'll get a chart. And you'll find out if you are a manifestor, manifesting generator, projector, or reflector. Just this alone can shift your life. Because if you're a manifestor, your strategy, how you exchange energy with the universe, is you're meant to inform. You're meant to tell people what you're up to. You're meant to tell them about your ideas. You're here to like change the world and inspire other people. And other people are meant to help you manifest. People that aren't on board with your ideas or what you're about are gonna leave your life, which is a good thing. And the people that love what you're sharing are gonna jump on board and help you make it happen. If you're a generator or manifesting generator, you're meant to respond to life. You're meant to be lit up. You're meant to be in a place where you're already doing whatever lights you up, being in good places, eating good food, being around good people, saying no to things that don't feel good, that dim your light. And when you're in this high vibe place, the universe is going to bring you things to respond to. Now, there's more that goes into this that has to do with your authority and how you respond. But just this alone, knowing that you're not meant to go out there and make things happen like a manifestor, this completely changed my life. Because my mom's a manifestor and I'm a generator. And I used to try to go out and make things happen. And even when I would manifest things, they didn't quite feel like they fit, or it felt too hard, or it wasn't quite right. When I look back on all the things that I've manifested that were totally in alignment for me, the best relationships, my dream home, my dogs, great friendships, it was all when I was just happy and the universe brought me things to respond to. And the response was a hell yes. It was also when I learned to set boundaries and say no to things that no longer lit me up. So my manifesting generators and generators, put yourself and do things that feel good. Say no to things that don't feel good. Just as simple as that will already shift your manifesting game. Projectors are meant to wait for an invitation. But while they're waiting for an invitation, you're meant to study what you're interested in, because you're really here to teach the world in a new way. You're meant to share ideas with us and show us ways of doing things that we can't see. You see things completely differently. However, projectors are not meant to share their ideas before they're invited, which is why if you're trying to manifest something and you're telling everyone what it's all about like a manifester and people aren't responding to you in a positive way, you're going to become bitter, you're going to want to close down, and you're going to think it's not working for you. It's just that you haven't received the right invitation yet. And again, if you look more into your authority, it will tell you how you're supposed to decide which invitations to say yes to. But just even knowing that you're waiting for invitations, and then when you get invitations that seem right to you, that feel right to you, then go share what you're here to share. That's how you manifest. Reflectors, which only make up 1% of the population, are meant to wait a 28 lunar day cycle before making a decision. So reflectors are so influenced by other people in the environments that they're in that you might think you want to manifest things that aren't even what your soul truly desires. So what you need is patience, and you need to be in good environments around people that make you feel good. Then you can really get clarity on what you're manifesting, and also waiting a 28 lunar day cycle to see what the universe brings to you, to see what kind of cycle and patterns are coming in and out of your life, and to get more clarity on what you're manifesting. Or maybe your manifestation is working, you just need more patience. That's how you exchange energy with the world. So the beautiful thing about human design is we're not all designed the same. And like I said, there's so much more you can dive into your chart, but just knowing that we're not all meant to go out and make it happen. Some of us are meant to respond. Some of us are meant to wait for an invitation. Some of us are meant to wait 28 days and see what transpires, but also reflectors, make sure you're in healthy environments around healthy people. Because like I said, if you're in unhealthy environments around unhealthy people, your manifestations might be unhealthy because they might not be what your soul really wants. So those are 5 reasons that your manifestations might not be working, and those are the 5 things that helped me the most. So look at your subconscious thoughts, take aligned action, look into your human design. What is your strategy? Take aligned action and believe it's possible. Much love.